Hey, welcome back to the channel. So, we have here the new version preview. So, we're gonna see it's a spring fair and we're supposed to get our new Esper and let's watch together. Let's go. Ooh, Suichai, Beast Nian. Isn't Beast Nian? Isn't that the one in the Chinese New Year? I think that's the one, right? So, who was it? I think Darky, yeah, one of my viewer. He mentioned that he wishes to have a new werewolf Esper, and here it is. His wish has been, fulfilled. We have a new werewolf,
Let the battle begin.
and the werewolf name is Shakir. Oh no, that's the wrong game.
To be torn apart.
Ooh, yeah, so cool, so cool. Spring Fair, that's a puzzle. There's clear the cube miracle. Okay, there's a extra quest. Extra quest. Ooh, Mahjong. Oh no, this is just open cards. Fortune flip. Okay. Just mini games and another championship for Wenlock, which is gonna be really great. Like I said, he's a great at Resonance 2 and he is the best, like insanely OP at Resonance 6. So I wish to start seeing, like, I think by now there should be a player that should have Resonance 6 Wenlock already. I don't know, like the one who keep getting the world ranking 1 maybe already reached like Resonance 6 Wenlock, and he's great because currently nowadays like everything is about pursuit attack, counter attack, so Wenlock being unable to receive damage from counter attack and not triggering any counter attack is the best. He is really OP in the current meta right now. Okay, Calamity Island. Ooh, Simmering Pillars. Yes. So now we have the Simmer version. Yeah, because previously there aren't many Simmer Esper. Nowadays, like a couple of months ago, they keep releasing new Simmer Esper, new Simmer Legendary Esper, which, like, for free-to-play players like me, barely have any chance to get competitive in that area. But we now have a lot of Simmer Legendary Espers, so they released these Simmering Pillars, so we have a lot of options to clear the stages. Hunter's Depot. Okay, another shop, another quest that we need to do. Zodiac Trials. We can just do this every day and just grab the treasure. It is very easy to do actually. Like if you don't really have that many Esper yet, like that means that you are a new player, then pick all the meta Esper that you have seen from other YouTubers and just clear the stages very easily, because some of the Esper is insanely OP to have. So we have here now patch 3.4.18 details, and we have Suichai Bisnian 5-star Win Esper. Suichai is a fighter Esper who excels at dealing damage through counter attacks. Like I said, we already have so many Espers that do this, and Wenlock being the counter to every single Esper that counter attacks. And my favorite, Momo, also kills counter attack Espers. So I don't know
Just get Grammarly. It's free.
whether.
Can it help with what I wrote last night?
Grammarly will catch all those spelling and grammar errors, and it'll help with.
Okay. So, yeah, like I said, my favorite Esper Momo being the killer to counter attack Esper. I don't know whether Suichai gonna be relevant or not. So let's see. Ability 1, Relentless Assault, attacks the enemy 3 times with 2 hits based on attack, followed by 1 more hit based on attack. Okay, I'm looking forward to a higher percentage attack on the third one here. And then ability 2, Crimson Seal, increases life steal and counter attack chance. Okay, this is quite nice. So he can at least keep himself alive by himself. Immune to buff and debuffs. Ooh, we have another height. Nice. Finally, something to go side by side by height. Like I said, if you have Esper that have the same gameplay, same skill, you're not really supposed to compare them. I always say that. You're supposed to try to see whether bringing them both together gonna be a really really good choice or not. And we already have now like a lot of Espers that immune to debuffs. We have Moroyama, we have Petrus, we have Wu Yo. Now we have Height, and then we now have Suichai. So we have 5 Espers, enough to make an entire lineup based on Espers that cannot be debuffs. So that's good. That's probably something to try out, to look forward to, like an entire lineup that cannot be debuffed. When counterattacking, inflicts Doom's Grasp on the target. Okay, what the hell is Doom's Grasp? If Untamed Fury is not active, okay, what is Untamed Fury? Okay, oh, this is just like a Meta Lilling. Okay, can be cast when Untamed Fury is active. So if Untamed Fury is not active, switch against Untamed Fury after a certain number of counterattacks. Okay, so you do want enemy to keep hitting Suichai, so hopefully he can survive the hit and then trigger enough counterattack to get the Untamed Fury, and then he will be able to use his ability tree. Sounds like very very complicated, but I do hope that these complicated things will have a really really good return reward, like something that you need to sacrifice something to do something, or something that requires you to do something, then you are able to do that. Is always rewarding most of the time, in every single game out there. And so we still don't know what Doom's Grasp is, and can we cast when Untamed Fury is active. This damage to all enemies based on attack if the targets are affected by Doom's Grasp. Each attack of Doom Grasp inflicts additional true damage based on attack. Now this is nice, something new. Like I'm comparing this to height, like we do need a lot of true damage nowadays, because Espers are getting thicker and thicker, and it's really quite hard to kill them with in a normal way. So pretty much we really do need the true damage, just like the latest Esper, Yukine. Yukine basically dealing true damage every 6 turns. Basically means that if you can survive enough turns, and your allies including, then you can basically just kill anyone. Similar idea with Chang'e, but Chang'e can kill anyone one by one. You can kill anyone as long as you can survive all of them at the same time. Now this one, I don't know how much true damage that Suichai can deal. So hopefully it's a high number. Otherwise, like looking at his skill sets, nothing really interests me. And yeah, you basically do need to keep counterattacking every single enemies one by one, all 5 of them, and then to get the maximum benefit of inflicting the true damage to all 5 enemies, because the only enemies with Doom's Grasp that will be receive the true damage using this. And to trigger the third skill also, you do need to have certain number of counterattacks. I don't know, like maybe for example, if you do need 5 counterattacks, then hopefully you counterattack each one enemy once, and so all 5 of them will have the Doom's Grasp, and then it's your turn, and you unlock the ability tree, Feral Strike, and then you're gonna inflict true damage to all of them, hopefully flattening the entire enemy lineup, hopefully. So depending on the true damage that we deal on the enemy, it can be one shot, it can also deal just barely enough damage, like probably Jinchu's level of damage. Like Jinchu, his true damage can basically hover around like 1/3 of enemy's HP to like half of enemy's HP. So if it is more than half of enemy's HP, which is usually like around 20,000 damage, So means this is good, you know. So that's our benchmark. Okay, so we're gonna see this more in the PTR testing. We don't know the number because everything here depends on the number, and also what the hell Doom's Grasp do aside from just a debuff counter on the enemy. Okay, this should do something to the enemy. So this will the decisive factor for us to decide whether Suichai is a good esper or not. And also the Untamed Fury, you know, I believe this is another golden buff, and it should do something to Suichai himself. Okay, so we're looking forward to the bonus that this Untamed Fury gives. So, Resonance 1, Relentless Assault final damage increase, okay. Resonance 2, Crimson Seal, which is the second ability, further increases lifesteal, okay. If Untamed Fury is not active, gains Untamed Fury when HP falls below a certain threshold, triggers only once per battle. Okay, this is good. So another way for you to get Untamed Fury, if you get very unlucky and didn't get to hit the enemy, like counterattack the enemy even once, like, you know, even the enemy, if the enemy is Yuhime and because she has the hamstrung, your Suichai will not get affected by the hamstrung because you are immune to debuffs. So definitely nothing can stop you from counterattacking, you know. You cannot be stunned, you cannot be frozen, you cannot be petrified, you cannot be hamstrung. So nothing can stop you from counterattacking. So only your bad luck will stop you from counterattacking your enemy, you know. So if you are really have a bad luck, then this Resonance 2 will help you to get your Untamed Fury if you receive if your HP falls below a certain threshold. So this is interesting. Like I'm thinking of adding this guy to my Immortal team, which consists of Oli, Sujue, Mavis, Jiang Juli, and probably another Suichai there. So should be fine. Or maybe if I can replace Jiang Juli with Suichai if you do not want to use a Simmer Legendary in that lineup. So Resonance 3 increase stats. Resonance 4, Feral Strike Morph Change. Feral Strike is the third ability. Final damage increases. Its stack of Doom's Grasp inflicts increased true damage. Oh, Doom's Grasp has a stack? Okay, so it's not only one, like on each enemy. You can stack this. So hopefully this increases the enemy's damage taken, which is gonna be great. If it can stack and increase enemy's damage taken, that means that Suichai can be used also in PvE. It will increase your damage dealt to the boss if this can increase your the enemy's damage taken, because this is a debuff. Hopefully we will see later in the PTR. But yeah, increase true damage, or maybe this means that how many Doom's Grasps on each enemy, that will increase your true damage. Maybe like we will see the complete sentences in the PTR testing. You know, so let's say like if you inflict all 5 enemies with Doom's Grasp, then you will inflict like maximum damage, maximum number of true damage. You know, probably there are 2 ways to interpret this. Now Resonance 6, new effect Crimson Seal on the second ability. Whenever a buff or debuff is attempted on Suichai, his attack permanently increases up to a certain limit. Wow, this is nice. So even though he cannot receive any buffs, it's not a downside to bring buffers into your lineup. Suichai will get a benefit out of your buffs. Like, it just means that it translates all of your buffs into attack up buffs. You can think about it like that, you know. Like if your allies give you defense up, boom, it's attack up. If your allies gives you immunity, boom, for Suichai it's attack up. If your allies gives you like invincibility, for Suichai it's also attack up. Yeah. So yeah, this is great. But how much attack is increased? It's the decisive factor again. To consider whether Suichai is a good esper or not. But thinking that this is Resonance 6, it should increase a lot, you know. So if this increase a lot, then Suichai is a really good esper. Like depending on the Doom's Grasp, like I said, if it increases the enemy by second, then your attack is permanently increased. Then, yeah, you need Switch Height to be at Resonance 6 if you do want to use him. You know, like the rest. The rest only increase your damage. Like he can already be used at Resonance 0. It's either Resonance 0 or Resonance 4, I guess. Like the attack increase is just basically increase your damage, you know. So yeah, Resonance 0 or Resonance 4 is your power spike. No, not really. I wouldn't consider it power spike. Like power spike is definitely this one, you know. It's more of like a gameplay change, you know. The Resonance 0, Resonance 4 is like a gameplay change. So going down, there's nothing else new. Yes. Oh, Mingsuo. Yeah, I've heard about this. The difficulty is lowered. I think a lot of players are unable to clear this, and they do want to have Mingsuo. But I don't know. It's kind of like pros and cons, you know. Like if you do want to have good Esper, then you need to, you know, struggle to get him. Is the whole purpose of you having a challenge in playing games. If it is too easy, then there's no point playing games, guys. Come on. Yeah, but it is all right. Like, you know, it's an adjustment. It only increased by 10 turns, which is a lot. This increased by 5, which is still quite okay. You know, 5 turns is okay, but 10 turns is a lot. So they just make it very easy on this mission too here. And yeah, so that's it for tonight's analysis, guys. So I'm gonna see you in the PTR testing. Everything will depend on the PTR, but I don't know. I don't really feel a Switch Height right now because there are a lot of Espers that can counter attacks, you know. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the PTR testing. Bye bye.